Jon Tuck. First of all, is he like he's the first UFC Guam fighter, right? Or UFC fighter from Guam, maybe?
I
Or is
believe
there a guy
so.
before
Yeah, I
him?
went to his first fight too in Philippines. I
Yeah.
went there.
Is he? I watched that shit, dude. Is he a legend out there in Guam, or like did he used to get a lot of recognition?
Yeah,
Because he's
Tuck,
like the
man.
first UFC fighter.
Yeah, Tuck's. I was not around him that much when he was in the UFC. I was though, because I started training with Tuck too. But as of like right now, yeah, everyone knows Tuck, man. Everyone knows me.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Tuck. Tuck's popular. He's been popular. He's been popular since his jiu-jitsu career on Guam. He was actually really, really good in jiu-jitsu back
He's
then.
yeah world champion.
Yeah, so Tuck is known here, man. Tuck is like well known here. Like everyone knows who Jon Tuck is 100% around here. So
Bet.
yeah, Tuck is good too, man. He's talented, man. I think Tuck had some issues like me too. Like we're kind of big for the weight class, man. So Tuck has that same problem I have, where sometimes we like if I cut weight right, I know that's the Trevin I'm looking for when the weight cut is right. But I also know when I get the Trevin that you guys saw, like the late weight cut, and the Trevin that has to pick every move smartly because his body was compromised from the big weight cut. So Tuck had that problem too. Like Tuck is big, and I think sometimes you cut too much weight, and when you cut too much weight, you don't want to use energy that's gonna be a waste. You don't want to
Yeah.
expand on it. You don't want to expand unnecessary energy. So I think that's a problem too. Like getting your body to expand unnecessary energy to get what you want. I think sometimes we're a little stiff and a little trying to land the big shot or the perfect shot sometimes because our body was depleted the day before and it's just not feeling normal.
Yeah.
So
How
yeah,
did you
but
guys start to
Tux.
train with each other?
I did my first tournament. So I was training for maybe like 4 5 months, and I went with Tuck to Japan and we competed in the IBJJF tournament. I was a white
Mm.
belt. I competed in a tournament as a white belt, and I won third place. I won like 5 fights or something. Then when I got back to Guam, I got my blue belt right away. So I ended up Tuck was from Guam going. Like I said, he was good in jiu-jitsu already. He was bringing guys with him. So I ended up
Yeah.
calling him like, hey, man, can I come with you guys? I want to try competing. So me and two of my friends all went with Jon Tuck. We stayed at a hostel and everything, like, as a group for like a week or something. It was so fun, bro. It was fucking
That's
fun.
dope.
Ran the streets of Japan, acting dumb, everything, bro. It was wild,
Do you
bro.
just have enough money for a ticket to fly out to Japan and back, or something like that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was only going trying to go because I had already saved up for it. I was supposed to go with other people, but they ended up canceling, and I already had still had my ticket and stuff. So I ended up asking Jon Tuck to go with him, and I already had trained with Jon Tuck when I first started, and I knew who Jon Tuck was too. And then he was like, we were already friends already, so I'm like reached out, but we became boys now, after that, and then
After that,
like
probably after a week in a
yeah, and then
hostel.
now
Yeah.
and then my wins before the UFC career, Jon Tuck was like cornering me and everything. He cornered me in like my 2 fights before the UFC. He cornered me, and then I go to his house every blue moon. He likes to know the problem with Jon Tuck right now. He likes to work out at the house too much. Me, I feel like I'm a pro. I need like a facility. I want to work in a full facility. I want to work over here. Then I want to work over here in that part of the facility, and I want to do multiple things. Tuck likes to come to the house, and he likes to be competitive, and then we end up going at it all the time. I'm like, oh, we're fighting again, Tuck.
It's
So, but
like
he's
we
a
need
good
some other
guy.
guys to beat up.
But he's a good guy. He taught me a lot. He helps me a lot with my game. He never held back on any knowledge. He really shares all the things he learned when he was in the States. He really was trying to like guide me on my part of my UFC career too, man. It was just like I was in my own world too. Like I said, we were doing good, man. Everything was going good. I had got those first two. I had came off wins before the UFC, and we were doing good. It's just that I think it was just a little boom thing that happened, man. So it kind of like, yeah, it kind of like just blurred me out, man. I really think it was that because, like I said, now I'm thinking like hunger, like I can feel it, bro. It's crazy. I wasn't feeling this.
Yeah.
I wasn't excited, bro. Like I'm fighting Cody No Love Trev. You would have been, woo! Back in the day, you would have been, woo! I didn't have it in me, bro. Like if I fought that guy now, I know I'll be screaming coming out, probably cry, bro.
Yeah.
I'll cry and scream like, woo, because I already know it's time. I
Yeah.
couldn't I couldn't I couldn't get it out of me, bro. I couldn't. So yeah, man, you can't get that out. You can't fight. You can't get it out. You can't fight. You can't, So I knew the
It's just the
difference. Like when I was,
reset. You needed a reset,
yeah,
probably.
yeah. It's a reset. It's a reset. Plus, I lost those fights, so I definitely had areas I needed to get better in. So it also made a reset. Me knowing I can win these fights, but also I can get better. So it's like the full package. It's good. I can beat these guys. I know it, but I lost. So, I have to accept the loss, but I still have to keep enough confidence where I know I can beat them so I can rise up. I can't just lay down and hey, these guys can beat me. You're going to hear the crybaby out of me because that's my competitive side. But at the same time, I'm not stupid enough to know that I didn't do perfect and these guys didn't, do what they needed to do and edge it out or
Yeah.
whatever. But at the same time, I know I can, bro. On a good night, if I perform on a good night, everyone's gonna just be shocked all the time. That Mario performance could come all the time, but like I said, I'm not a steroid user, or cheater, so I accept bad performances. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, hey, shout out to Jon Tuck, man, because fucking he's a legend. He's the one who got me into the UFC. And dude, look, I got fucking
Yes, sir.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
you know, I love Guam for that right
Oh
there.
yeah.